Suspect shaking his head no. Okay. He's got a knife held to his chest.
Go inside! Get out of the house! There's a guy with a gun! Get away! Get in the fucking house! We got our guns out! Go away! Sir! No!
Okay. Holy hell, guys. Guys, one of the things that we're seeing happening more and more, not just based on media and the videos that come out about react videos or the videos that are released by the police departments, but the statistics. The statistics will tell you, they usually point to the truth, somewhere in between, that every violent act, including murder, which is obviously homicides, assault, the list go on, are elevated in every major metropolitan area. That's every crime zone that's typical of having crime is amplified now. We're even seeing crime in places that you typically don't see crime. But anyways, big shout out to Law and Crime Network for this video. They do a good job of putting these videos out. You guys can subscribe to their channel. It's the Law and Crime Network on YouTube. And let's roll the video. So this is a man fatally shot by police in Lake Forest neighborhood on February 10th. 3-hour standoff shows him charging towards officer while holding a knife.
What is your emergency?
Hi, I want to report like a drunk driver or something.
What street are you on?
Okay, hold on a second.
Hi. Callie, Ascendad, Lake Forest, California, 92630.
What's happening there?
Guy just nailed 3 cars.
Okay.
And he's trying to leave.
Okay, what color and type of car is he in?
It looks like a black truck. I don't know what kind it is.
Is it newer or old model?
Huh?
Is it newer or old model?
2-door. Just 2-door. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, come on.
Okay. All right. And then do you know if anyone was in the car that was hit? Do you know if anyone was in the cars that were hit?
I can't see his license plate. He's not going nowhere. That car won't go nowhere.
Okay. So you can't see the plate?
He's truck. You there?
Yeah, you can't see the plate?
No, I'm not going up there, not unless I got my gun.
Is he being violent or aggressive?
No, but he's either drunk or messed up.
Why do you think that?
Because he ain't getting out of the car, and the car ain't movable. He sounded drunk, too.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
2 with 464 Sam 60 for info and 901. Hi, Vincent in 91 Hotel 1. A black pickup hit 3 parked vehicles, county fires en route.
All right, so we got 3 parked vehicles he hits. A couple of people call the cops on him. Likely he's intoxicated. Neighbors are calling the cops, and you heard that conversation between dispatch and him. It's like, what's the license plate number? I don't know. I'm not going up to it. Very clear information he's relaying on the situation without obviously getting too involved. He's keeping his distance as he should. And then we get to the point where the police officers arrive, and here we go. This looks like to be a decent area. I mean, that Land Cruiser or Sequoia that's in the driveway is a pretty decent Land Cruiser.
464-1033, subjects armed with a knife, refusing to come out, stage 91. Hey, watch out, bro. Bro.
So he's holding the knife to his chest. He relays the communication and then draws his pistol. You know, there's certain protocol and certain things that you have to do. But look, guys, I mean, the guy's wearing a seatbelt. Maybe he thinks he has the time, but I would get that gun out first before making that call. Just because he's in the car and you're sitting there relaying the communication, he knows you're there. If there's other ill intent, as in maybe he's got a gun, because if he has the propensity for violence, which is in this case self-harm, and he's holding the knife, then don't assume that that's the end of the story. I mean, he could have a pistol sitting on the passenger side. People who are in psychological distress, which I assume is this particular situation, even with the call that came out that he might be intoxicated, don't take those risks. Get the gun out, then get on your radio and make the call. Don't do that in the opposite order, which is what he did.
Subjects armed with a knife, refusing to come out, stage 91. Hey, watch out, bro. Bro. Come over here.
Get out of the way. Whoa. Hey, man. You're all right. Hey, dude, it's okay. It's not the end of the world.
Suspect shaking his head
You're
no.
okay.
He's got a knife held to his
Hey, go
chest.
inside. Get out of the house. There's a guy with a gun. Get away. Get in the fucking house. We got our guns out. Go away. Sir. No.
Okay. Holy hell, guys. Look. Oh my God. Let me make this very simple for you. Don't yell at all when trying to communicate to people like that. If you are trying to reduce the chances of bad things happening, then if you yell, you're not going to accomplish that. Especially as you're standing in front of a suspect. How about one of you guys go and protect and serve the community by getting your ass over there and locking down that house or changing the angles? How about you just move 4 feet to the left and get a better angle on him through his side window where you don't have a guy who's an innocent person coming out of his home going, what the hell is going on? And then putting him in the line of fire. It's about angles. Yelling is not going to do anything but make a bad situation worse in this particular case, where we're trying to reduce the overall stress. He goes from, hey, man, it's cool, man. Everything's going to be okay, to get in the fucking house. Hey, sir, get in the house. Stop. Please stop.
Hey, man. We're okay. Hey, it's all right. You're okay.
464, it's going to be a male white.
It's okay, man. You're not in trouble. Sir, get away. We have our guns pointed. We could shoot you. Move away. Hey, man, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Hey, we have our guns out. We could shoot you. Hey, dude, it's cool. Like, chill out, man. It's going to be good.
It's not a big deal, man. Don't worry about it. Okay, you're all right. Hey, it's not the end of the world, dude. Just put the knife down, and we can sort this out. All right? 462, getting in. Let's see.
Just keep talking to him, bro. Keep talking to him.
Hey, man, it's okay. I'm Deputy. What can I do to get you to comply?
464, subject still uncooperative inside his vehicle.
What can I get you to comply, man? You're doing all right. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You're not in trouble. It's just a car accident. It's an accident. You're not in trouble. We don't want to hurt you. Can you please put the knife down? Put the knife down, please, sir. What can I get you to do to comply? We don't want to hurt you. What can I do to help you?
Communication is good.
Like a mental hospital or anything like that.
Hey, man, we can get you, we can take you to a hospital. Okay, do you have friends that you can talk to? We don't want to hurt you, dude.
So here's the conundrum these guys are in. So very good communication on reducing the overall stress of the person in their particular situation by trying to de-escalate. Right? They're communicating, hey, man, it's cool. Like, we're not trying to hurt you. Like, is there a friend we can call? All good tactics in communication. But the conundrum is, what are they going to do next? What's their escalation or reduction in their tactics to change the situation? Are they going to point and hold the entire time? Or are they going to back up and contain? Or are they going to use other forms of reduced force? What is the tactic? And I'm not sure at this point if they know what that tactic is at this particular juncture. So let's just see how this evolves.
What's up?
Here, the reason I tell you that, guys, is because if I say, get out of the car, if you don't get out of the car, we're going to do something, then I'm putting the suspect at a junction. I'm giving them options, but I'm saying if you don't do something, we are going to escalate this further, which means they're going to take a profound action. Versus maybe the de-escalation is, hey, we're going to back off, set containment, wait on SWAT team to arrive, and then it's going to be a barricaded suspect. And then we're going to use a different means of escalating force, starting with non-lethal means, right? Because in this situation where they have guns drawn, they're putting themselves in a difficult position where yeah, they're protecting the public because you got a guy who just crashed cars, got a guy with a knife. They should have guns drawn. They should be in this position. But it's like, what's next? And there's not good outcomes when you go, what's next? When this suspect is in psychological distress, he's got a knife. And I'm not saying that's good, bad, or indifferent. I'm just saying, like, hey, we should probably think about these things in advance.
Thinking we push back, dude.
Yeah, but if he starts stabbing himself, we won't know, dude. Because he's facing the knife to him. If he starts stabbing himself, we got to do something.
Okay.
Because he's facing.
Okay. This happens. This is common with new officers. This is common with even senior officers. You have the debate taking place on the objective. That's not where the debate should be taking place, because they should understand tactically and doctrinally what they should be doing next. So them debating on site, like in earshot of the actual suspect, which is kind of bizarre, and actually working through it is not recommended. So let's go back to that beginning of that conversation. And he says,
I'm thinking we push back, dude.
Yeah, but if he starts stabbing himself, we won't know, dude. Because he's facing the knife to him. If he starts stabbing himself, we got to do something.
Yeah, but I mean, no, we don't. We don't have to do something.
A conundrum. Do you think we should step back? And I think what he was going to finish saying is, like, wait for backup, right? And get a different escalation tactic by starting or resetting. And then he's like, well, no, if we back up, we won't know he's stabbing himself. And he's stabbing himself, then we have to be able to know, because we got to be able to do something for him. You got guns drawn on him. So if you back up and he starts stabbing himself and you don't know he's stabbing himself, which you could probably identify that he's stabbing himself, then that's like the worst case scenario. Is that the best tactic here? I don't know, because now he's at a juncture, and if you have guns drawn, what's the next action? And I think we're going to see that next action.
We don't want to hurt you, man.
I don't want to get too far where he books it, dude, and runs.
Yeah. Okay. Wait over here. Let's get left.
That's a better answer. Like, hey, if we're backing off and setting containment, then why are we doing that? Well, a good reason to do that or to not do that is because we want to hold him, because there is a risk to the public. He's already hit cars. We don't want him to break out, run into a house with a knife, and be in a further escalated circumstance. What they should be thinking about is, hey, how do we advance our situation here? Well, maybe we could pull the car in front of his car to stop and make sure he's not doing anything like breaking out, because he's already showed he has the propensity for violence. Maybe we should block his car in. Maybe we should get into a position where he can't move that vehicle. Like, yeah, the worst case scenario is maybe he starts stabbing himself, but even worse than that is he breaks out, starts driving, crashes into somebody, and kills him. He's calling less than lethal.
Hey, man, just put the knife down. It's okay. Not the end of the world. We don't want to hurt you, dude. It's not that big of a deal. Just put the knife down.
It's going to be a black knife with about a 6-inch blade.
Hey, man, it's okay. What can I do to get you to put the knife down, brother?
Plate's going to be...
Hey, I'm What's your name? What's your name, my friend? Hey, dude, it's just a car accident. It's not the end of the world. There's no reason to,
Hey, ask his name's...
Is your name?
64 copy.
Hey, I'm... Okay?
464.
And we want
Just
you
gonna be
out.
the driver, just confirmed it.
The officer's doing a good job communicating to him.
What can I do to help you?
The driver's gonna be...
Okay. We don't want to hurt you, man. I want to put this gun down, but I need you to put that knife away. We don't want to hurt you, dude. The last thing I want to do is hurt you. Okay? Can you put the knife down? Please. We're really here trying to help you out, okay?
Good job on retracting the gun and keeping the gun on the objective. I think at this point they barricaded. They got to a more controlled situation.
None of us want to hurt you, man, but you got a knife in your hand, and it's just a car accident, dude. It's not a big deal.
Got a car being on scene. That kind of looks like a sub gun.
Hey, I've been there, dude. I've messed up
Or a
before.
shotgun, maybe.
It's not that big of a deal.
I can't tell what that is, but it's fixed stock.
Is, you know, you got a knife, and we don't want to hurt you, dude. And that's really
could be less than lethal. Could be a beanbag gun.
We just want to get you out of the car, and hey, man, and that's it. We don't want to hurt you. We just want to talk to you, man. But we can't do that if you have a knife in your hand.
Maybe I'll take this back a little bit, because maybe these guys' tactics after making that call were to hold on site and just control the situation until backup arrived. I mean, they were debating it, but backup did arrive and they contained the suspect. Very different and more controlled situation now.
Well, you know, you know what? I've messed up too in my life. Okay, I have too, and I can tell you right now, people screw up, but it's not the end of the world.
The guy who's talking to him likely now, whoever it is, even if it's the same officer who built the initial rapport, is likely trained in that, or they wouldn't let him run his mouth that long about that kind of stuff. And there are specific training courses that officers can go to for this type of thing, de-escalating.
But if you have that knife in your hand, you know, unfortunately, we could end up hurting you, and that's not what we want to do.
25 minutes after arrival.
Drop the knife, please. Okay, you're scaring us with that knife in your hand, man. Okay, none of us want to hurt you, like we said. And I know. There's better ways to resolve this than you know, anyone hurting each other. Okay.
Now the officer offset to him looks like he's got a carbine. That doesn't look like a beanbag gun. And he's locked down on him. I mean, the guy's 10 feet away from him.
I know, but it's a thing, man.
Yeah. And like I said,
obviously.
Yeah, I don't know what you're going through, man. I'm not going to pretend like I know what you're going through. But I do want to help you, dude. Okay? None of us want to...
Honestly, can I be honest with you? Thank you for not pretending to know what I'm going through. Because, like, I've talked with cops before, and they pretended to be like, I know what you're going through, and you're being 100% with me, and I thank you for that.
Yeah, man. We all go through different things, and ultimately, we're just here to get this resolved safely, dude. Okay? I'd love to hear, you know, what's going on in your life, but we need you to put that knife down.
This is painful because I want it to resolve in a good way.
But we just don't have time for that right now, and I can't. I'm sorry, sir.
Okay. We got all the time in the world, brother. All right? We really do. There's no rush here, okay? We just, what can I do to get you to...
Very good tactic on the officer's behalf of communicating where, you know, that guy at that moment could have went high and right. He could have went aggressive because he's like, we're out of time. And him telling him, hey, man, we got all the time. There's no issues here. And deconflicting even that sentence could be imperative to the officers and his own survival.
Put that knife down, man. Is there anything I can do to, you know, to help you out here?
No, not really.
You're a good dude. You just made a mistake. This is a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, but no, at this point, it's over.
Come out with your hands up. Follow our commands and you'll be okay. Knife in his right hand. Knife in right hand? Knife in right hand. Drop the knife and come out with your hands up.
All right, guys, he's about to break out right now. He's coming out.
Hands up. Follow our commands and you'll be okay. Knife in his right hand.
Obviously, from another perspective.
Drop the knife. Come out with your hands up.
I got him right here.
Drop it. Come on.
Yeah, the officer with the pistol, it's like, I get it, dude, but just get out of the way, man. I mean, you got dudes with long guns pointed at him. Unfortunately, the guy who's the officer that's got the shaved head is the guy who was negotiating with him, and it didn't work out. All right, guys, so that didn't end well. I mean, the guy died. He was killed. These law enforcement officers were put in this situation. A lot of people will say, hey, isn't there something else that could have been done? The honest answer to that is no, because their obligation is to protect the public. And that guy is the one who put himself in that situation. What this speaks to, I mean, man, the officer, kudos to you for being a compassionate officer, working through this. Even if it's part of your protocol, I could sense the compassion in your voice. But these officers are put in these type of situations all the time. Unfortunately, what we're speaking to is a broader issue of mental health. What I predict to be, with all the statistics that are happening throughout the country, increasing in violence, is a mental health epidemic of the scale that we've never seen before that will only get worse. We will blame guns, we will blame organizations, we will blame all of these different things, but we won't look at the real crisis that is mental health. We can address all the symptoms by putting Band-Aids on hatchet wounds, but until we actually look at the hatchet wound itself and figure out why this is happening, why this is taking place, we're not going to fix it. It's only going to get worse. And unfortunately, people are going to pay with their lives. In this case, nobody innocent was killed, but man, this guy had his whole life ahead of him, but he thought his only way out was suicide by cop. And unfortunately, that's happening more. Guys, leave your comments below. Let us know how you feel about this video and the state of affairs going on in the country. Let us know how you think the officers reacted in this particular video, and make sure you stay tuned for more content. Train, fieldcraftsurvival.com, my personal YouTube at Mike Glover Actual. Till next time. Peace out, guys.